Hello, welcome back to the YouTube channel. I am Nick from Australia. Welcome to the Saturday Night Football Review for round 19 of the NRL. We saw two games of football tonight up there at Suncorp Stadium, the double header. The first game was the Seagulls defeating the West Tigers 44 points to 24. And we just saw the Panthers hold on against the Broncos there, 18 points to 12. The Panthers had 18 points to 0 and everyone thought the Panthers were going to win the game by about 30 to 40 points. But the Broncos, they came back in the game. They showed some guts. They showed some pride in the jersey tonight. They showed a lot of courage. And unfortunately, they just fell short because of a couple of absolutely clueless halves. But welcome to the Saturday Night Football Review. I hope you guys are all well. Just want to remind you guys, tonight at 10:30 p.m, I will be live on YouTube for the Nick from Australia late night footy show. It's going to be a fantastic show. So make sure you guys tune in for that at 10:30 p.m. tonight. But let's get into the Saturday Night Football Review. I already did the Saturday Afternoon Football Review between South Sydney and New Zealand. That review was already up on the channel, so make sure you guys go and check that one out. But let's get into it, man. We'll start with the first game. Manly 44, West Tigers 24. This game was a good game for quite some time there, and then Manly sort of clicked in the second gear and they got the job done, although I thought they were okay tonight without being great. But it all started off in the 7th minute for the Seagulls. Morgan Harper scores the first try. Manly go the right-hand side. Simple block play. And Morgan Harper scores the first try of the game. Manly 4-0 after 7 minutes. And then in the 13th minute, the West Tigers go to the left-hand side. Ken Mamalo goes over in the corner for the Tigers. Dewey converts the goal. Tigers 6 points to 4. And then in the 20th minute, Cherry Evans puts up a bomb. Sub catches the bomb. Offloads it to Lachlan Croker. He scores for the Seagulls. Gary kicks the goal. Manly 10 points to 6. 27th minute, Luke Brooks with a nice run on the inside. He gets it on to Adam Dewey. Dewey goes over and scores. Converts his own try. Tigers back in front at 12 points to 10. In the 36th minute, Josh Schuster with a one-on-one step on Luciani Leilua. He goes through. Passes the ball inside the DCE. He runs about 30 metres and scores for the Seagulls. So the Manly go out to 16 points to 12 there. And then right before half-time, about 40 seconds to half-time, Morgan Harper scores his second try of the game. He collects a double. Manly shift to the right-hand side of the field. He scores. Garrick misses the kick. Half-time, Manly 20, West Tigers 12. I thought the Tigers were playing well, but letting in those two tries in the final 5 minutes of the first half really hurt the West Tigers, I'll tell you that much. And then in the second half, 46th minute, Manly go to left-hand side. Lachlan Croker from dummy half. Gets on to Tom Trbojevic, the best player in the world. Tommy Turbo scores for the Seagulls. What a player he is. Manly go out to a 26 points to 12 lead. And then in the 49th minute, Dylan Walker scores. Manly 32-12. 55th minute, Jacob Little scores for the Tigers. Manly 32 points to 18. 66th minute, Morgan Harper scores his third try. He collects his first ever hat-trick. 68th minute, DCE scores his second try of the game. Manly 44-18. Ken Mamalo scores with about 7 minutes to go. And at full time, Manly beat the West Tigers 44 points to 24. I thought the Seagulls, they were okay today without being brilliant. They obviously had a few issues out there. A pretty poor completion rate. 69% completion rate. 27 from 39 completed sets. Definitely need to work on that. The Seagulls, 24 missed tackles. The West Tigers on the other end, 50 missed tackles. That is completely unacceptable. That is terrible from the Tigers. Manly had 14 errors and still scored 44 points. That's insane. But I thought that big name players like Cherry Evans, Tom Trbojevic, they all stood up when they had to, and they did enough today to defeat the West Tigers up there at Suncorp Stadium. Some of the good players today for the Seagulls, well, the best player in the world, Tom Trbojevic, 305 metres, scored a try. He was unbelievable, Tommy Turbo. An incredible performance from him. Brad Parker had a decent game. Morgan Harper was outstanding. Daly Cherry Evans was terrific as well. Martin Tapau was good. Ola Kawatu was a nightmare for the Tigers. Josh Schuster was shocking. He had a terrible game. He had a lot of errors. He was really off his game tonight, Josh Schuster. Dylan Walker was great. I thought Josh Alloway off the bench did a very good job for the Seagulls. Yeah, look, as for the West Tigers, though, they didn't have many standouts. I thought Jacob Little was probably one of their best players. I thought he was good. I thought Luke Brooks and Adam Dewey had a solid game together. I thought they were okay. Not great, but I thought they were all right. I thought Kemba Marlowe was strong. I thought Luciani Leilua tried very hard in patches out there. Tamo was good. Thought the Tigers bench Joe for Ngowie, and Simpkins did a job as well. But my God, the Seagulls, far too good for the West Tigers. Too much class, and they really just find a way to get the job done. Mainly, even if they're playing a little bit sloppy, they still find a way to get the job done. But my top three players on ground for this game between the Seagulls and the Tigers. Number 3, I'm going to go with Daly Cherry Evans. I thought he was very good. Number 2, I'm going to go with Morgan Harper scoring his first ever hat-trick. Thought he had a very good game for the Seagulls. Number 1, my man of the match, the best player in the world, Tom Trbojevic, 305 metres, scored a try himself. He was absolutely outstanding in my opinion. So Tommy Turbo gets my man of the match, and the Seagulls get a very convincing 44 points to 24 win over the West Tigers. Then the final game of Super Saturday, which was a game that I didn't think it'd be close. I thought the Panthers would win this game by 30 plus, but my God, the Broncos showed up tonight. Panthers 18, Broncos 12. We'll get into it. A couple of strange moments in this game. A lot of, I guess you could say, dodgy calls on both sides. A couple of bad calls against both sides, but the Panthers, they were the better side in my opinion. In the 9th minute, Thomas Flegler with a high tackle on Isaiah Yeo. Thomas Flegler goes to the sin bin. Now, in my opinion, Isaiah Yeo probably would have scored the try. Look, the penalty try is a mess. We all know that, but have a look at it in real time. Isaiah Yeo was about 5 minutes from the line. I don't see how Thomas Flegler would have stopped him. So therefore, we literally hit him in the head, a swinging arm, and he ended up going to the bin for it. If he doesn't get him in the head, Yeo scores that try every day of the week. So I thought it should have been a penalty try to Isaiah Yeo. I could be wrong. Maybe I'm off my head about this one, but you guys let me know. Would you have given the Isaiah Yeo penalty try? Let me know in the comments below. But I thought it could have been a penalty try. I really do. But anyway, it didn't really matter too much because then in the 10th minute, Stephen Crichton kicks a penalty goal, which I find a bit strange because the Broncos were down to 12 men. Wouldn't you tap and play on? But I guess the Panthers were showing a little bit of respect to the opposition. The Panthers go to a 2-0 lead after 10 minutes. And then in the 17th minute, a no try to Katoni Staggs. Pretty unlucky here. There was a kick, a ricocheted I think there was a contest between Kikau and Gamble that both took each other out. And then Luai and Staggs were there, and Staggs have knocked it on, which was very unlucky, but no try to Katoni Staggs there. And then with about 10 seconds to half time, Dylan Edwards goes for a 2-point field goal. It's about 43 metres out. He kicks a 2-point field goal. Half time, Panthers 4-0. No tries scored in this game. Both sides were a bit sloppy. I thought the Panthers were really off their game. I thought they were playing really poor. In that first half, the Broncos halves, Gamble and Croft, absolutely clueless. I had no idea what they were doing. In the second half, though, it didn't really matter because the Panthers' halftime speech obviously was very good. And there was a try to, in the 45th minute, to Brian Toto. He scores over in the corner for the Panthers. Crichton misses the kick. Panthers 8 points to 0 at that stage. 50th minute, Crichton with an incredible flick to Charlie Staines. He scores. Matt Burton misses the goal. Panthers 12-0. We're all thinking the game's over. The Broncos won't come back. And then the Panthers score through Stephen Crichton. And then it's 18-0 Penrith. 24 minutes to go. You think the game's over. You're thinking, righto, Penrith by 30, 40 now at least. And then the Broncos decided to play some footy. But the halves did not get him back in the game. It was all their faults. Payne Haas was trying his guts out tonight. I've got to give him credit. He was outstanding for the Broncos tonight. I tried to Kobe Havington in the 66th minute. Panthers 18-6. I'm thinking, right, the Panthers won't panic here. They're still in control of the game. In the 74th minute, Ethan Bullimore goes over for the Broncos and scores. And the Panthers are up here 18-12. 5 minutes to go. Now, Ivan Cleary was a little bit nervous. I could see in the coach's box he was looking a little bit concerned. But the Panthers players It's like it didn't phase him. It was like, okay, game on now. We'll see what you got. And the Panthers' defense was so hard to stop. It's a brick wall. The Broncos couldn't crack them. When Brody Croft and Tyson Gamble had absolutely no idea what they were doing out there. Tessie New wouldn't pass the ball. Katoni Stakes couldn't get it. I felt sorry for him. It was like, give the ball to Payne Haas and we'll see what he can do. And he did everything he possibly could out there tonight. Payne Haas. It's like, you watch Manly, it's like, get the ball to Tom Trbojevic. And it's like the Broncos. Give the ball to Payne Haas and expect him to do something. It's just absolutely crazy. And, there was last play of the game there. Brody Croft gets the ball. You're down by 6 points, and then he just goes a short ball to Payne Haas. I'm going, what are you doing? Put up a bomb or something. Kick to the corner. Do something. And he just passed the ball short, and then it was just a terrible play. But anyway, the full-time siren goes. The Panthers win the game 18 points to 12. I've got to say, though, the Broncos showed a lot of guts tonight. They were very, very brave. I've got to say, Payne Haas, awesome game he played. I'm just checking his meters. He was amazing, Payne Haas. He ran for 213 metres. I mean, that is a leader right there. I believe Payne Haas should be the captain of the Broncos. He does everything for this club. He plays his guts out every week. I feel sorry for him because of how bad the Broncos halves are. But my God, he was outstanding. The Panthers, they were far from their best tonight. But, the big sides, they find a way to win games. Whether it be ugly or not, they just find a way to win. Some of the great players tonight from the Panthers. Dylan Edwards, I thought he was terrific. I thought he had a great game. Brian Toto was terrific. Crichton was awesome. Thought Luai and May were a bit off their game. Nothing spectacular from them. Fisher Harris was terrific. Kick-out was very good. I thought Capel had a good game as well. I thought Scott Sorensen and Liam Martin did a great job off the bench for the Panthers. As for the Broncos, I thought Hobie Farnworth tried very hard. I thought Payne Haas was absolutely outstanding. I thought he was amazing. I thought Jordan Ricky tried very hard as well. Kobe Hetherington, he was terrific as well. Reece Kennedy and Ethan Bullimore were good as well for the Broncos. But again, it comes down to the halves. They just couldn't get the job done. Not good enough, but full credit to the Broncos for having a good crack because I thought they were very good tonight. The Broncos, fair play to them. Good challenge. I'm glad it wasn't 40-0 because I wanted to see a good game of 40 and that's what we got. So, top 3 players on ground for this game tonight. I'm going to go number 3. I'm going to go with Payne Haas. I thought he was outstanding. Number 2, I'm going to go with Brian Toto. Number 1, my man of the match, I'm going to go with Stephen Crichton. Thought he was outstanding. He gets my man of the match. The Panthers win over the Broncos. But guys, that's it for the Saturday Night Football review. If you guys enjoyed it, make sure you guys go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. And I'll see you guys at 10:30 for the Nick from Australia Late Night Footy Show. Until then, stay safe, take care of yourself. See you then.